Three, two, one. Hey there, Randy Reid for our Tuesday tip of the week. Listen, I was sitting at my desk this morning and I was reading, I was reading online. I was going to say I was reading a magazine, but I wasn't. I was reading some information online from the Forbes website. And they were mentioning what it takes to be in the top 1% of earners in the United States. And I looked at the number and it was, let me look down here, $597,815. And you're in the top 1% in the United States. Um, Interesting number because I know probably a dozen people that are making that income in martial arts, which means they're in the top 1% in the United States. An even more interesting number is what it takes to be in the top 5% in the United States. That number is $240,712, $250,000 a year. I know dozens of people that are making that amount of money in martial arts. Now, this isn't about money, but what it's about is, man, has our industry, I don't like to use the term industry, I like to use the term community. We're far from an industry. Our community has grown so dramatically since I got involved anyway. Back in the day, if you could get enough friends together that wanted to train, that everybody could kick in some money and you could rent a building or a room, that was big news. You had a school. A little later, it got to where, my goodness gracious, if you could quit your job and do martial arts full time, that was the holy grail of all people. And then it became, well, if you could make a really good living in martial arts, and guys started to do that. Now I've got what I call my five horsemen from Wisconsin that have purchased schools from me over the years. They're all, if not in the top 1%, they're pretty darn close to it. Definitely in the top 5%. Success financially that I never, ever would have imagined, or I would have sold them the damn school. Um, but that's another story. Jeff and Jeff, Mr. Weidman, I'm talking about you guys. Um, but I regress. So the point here is, what a wonderful time to be a martial artist and to be in the martial arts business. If you want to provide a service that improves people's lives, that is an asset to your community, that is run as a business with clients, your clients happen to be students, there's a huge upside to this sort of thing. When I was young, when I was 17, 18 years old, there was no martial arts big time business. I used to visit my dad where he worked as a mechanic, and he had cut out little articles in the newspaper because for janitors, because I had worked as a janitor in high school. And I kept saying, no, I'm going to stick with this. He thought I was nuts. Eventually, I bought him a car. He didn't think I was nuts anymore. Eventually, we rented the biggest event facility in Dane County, the Dane County Coliseum, that seats 25,000 people for one of our black belt tests. Then he started to believe that, yeah, maybe Randy's onto something here. So I just want you to, those of you that are in the top 1%, good on you, man. Those are in the top 5%, man, I couldn't be prouder. Those that aren't, don't necessarily have to be, but if you choose that goal or you're looking at this as a long-term profession, I just want you to know it's there, it's available. You can have a great lifestyle. You can put your kids through college. You can live whatever size house you want to live in. It's there if you do the work and you follow the people that have gone before. So my tip of the day today is, it's out there, it's available. Not unlike, what was it, Roger Bannister, when he broke the 4-minute mile. There's people out there that are doing extremely well financially, and you can do it too. Randy Reid, Dojo Nation, over and out, gang.